Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's video I'm going to talk about Jupiter in retrograde movement in Gemini that happened on the 5th of December, and it would remain in Gemini in a retrograde movement till the 11th of March 2026. And today's video is going to be about Aries rising. So anybody with Aries rising, Aries ascendant, Aries lagna or moon in Aries, this video is applicable for all of them. So guys, like this video, I'll also talk about the current transit, the nakshatra in which Jupiter is transiting, which is whatever you would experience after 5th of December. It would be a mix of 1. Jupiter retrograde, okay, 2. Jupiter in Punarvasu Nakshatra, which is the nakshatra ruled by Jupiter, and it has a very similar theme like a retrograde Jupiter, which is of repeated pattern, repeated attempts. So now, before I talk about the changes that would happen in your life, let me just give you a quick explanation on retrograde movement. So when Jupiter is direct, it tells us to build, it tells us to move forward, it tells us to expand. When Jupiter is retrograde, so it tells us that just take a break, take a pause, review. Okay, review if everything is done, is going on fine. Okay, if there is something which is not addressed in the past, review it now, close it there now. So that's what I mean, it's just re-evaluation, reassessment. Okay, that's what a retrograde planet is. Now this particular transit is happening in your 3rd house, in the house for your communication, your siblings, your skills, your short-term travel, your hobbies, your hard work, your writing, your social media. Okay, which means now this is the time, I would say, let's pick up skills. So guys, you wanted to learn artificial intelligence in the past when Jupiter was direct, but then you thought at that time that you won't be able to use that in your business, you won't be able to merge it with your work, so maybe it's not required. But now you may reconsider that option of learning some skill set which you have refused in the past. That's what a retrograde Jupiter does. Now here, you might re-evaluate your communication, which is your communication at work, your communication in your social network. Now this is the time, you may re-evaluate your communication and whether it needs some kind of a change. Okay, same thing goes with your writing. Okay, now this is the time, like for example, this is the house for your siblings. Now in case there is anything which is like some kind of a dispute or disagreement that happened with the siblings, now is the time you may go and resolve that. So you end something which is pending from the past. That's for a retrograde Jupiter, maybe some short-term travel. Now this is the time you would re-evaluate whether I should continue doing the short-term travel to that specific location. Is it getting you the same kind of gains? It is getting you the same kind of return on investments. That's what it is. Now from the 3rd, Jupiter would be giving the 5th aspect on your house of marriage, on your house of business partnership, on your house of contract signing. Which means, guys, this is the time, like in case you're single and you found like you met somebody before and you like somehow things didn't work, then now is the time when you may reconsider that option, or that option may come to you. Okay, this is the time when you're like your partner from the past, when things got like over, now they might turn up to you like, let's do it again. Now in case you have any kind of a dispute, any kind of problems in your business, now this is the time to review, resolve the dispute, go to your partner, resolve the dispute. That's what it is. Now yes, this is also the house for contract signing, and if I connect it with Punarvasu Nakshatra, guys, that means this is the time, like if you're signing anything, any form of a contract, okay, this is the time, just review it repeatedly, 2-3 times. That's what it is. Now Jupiter's 7th aspect is on your house of your managers, your leaders at work, your long-term travel, your higher learning, your luck. Okay, now this is the time when you may consider like your relationship, your communication with your bosses, with your leaders. You may consider, is it going right, or they need some kind of a change? Is there a handshake which is happening between you and your boss, or somebody is getting the more benefited? Like, this is how, what I'm trying to say. So in terms of your higher learning, because Jupiter is the lord of your 12th house, means there is a possibility you may go to a foreign land for higher learning. I mean, short-term travel, long-term travel would happen, but now you would re-evaluate that decision. If you have refused, now you may reconsider. If you have said yes, you may reconsider again whether I should go for that kind of a higher learning or not. Okay, this is the house for long-term travel. So in case you said no to some place in the past, now you may reconsider that. Okay, something unfinished would come up now, or do lot of analysis, lot of rethinking, lot of re-evaluation before making a decision. That's what is nine, like Jupiter in retrograde, 7th house aspect. Now social aspect, like the 9th aspect on your social network, on your gains. So now this is the time where you have to re-evaluate your social network and your friends and your connections. Now you have to you would re-evaluate and you would see, reassess. Okay, you would revisit. Is there anybody in my network where little bit of communication and the issues that happened in the past may be resolved? Now you would resolve them. Okay, now you would see, like, what is the quality of your network? Like, are they bloodsuckers, or they are actually gaining me? I mean, uplifting you, or offering you gains. So this is the time, you may get rid of the bloodsuckers, or just time wasters, I would say, and you may go for some higher networking. Now this is the time, when you see your sources of gains, and then you reevaluate whether you should continue with these, or you should move on to something else, or the ROI is not the same like it used to be. So I may have to do a little bit of changes around my sources of gains. So that's what is a retrograde Jupiter is. It's just a time to reevaluate, a time for reevaluation, reassessment, and anything which is pending from the past that may show up, which needs your attention, that needs to be closed. So that's mostly what I wanted to talk, Aries people. So I mean, in case you like this video, I would request you to press the subscription, to press the bell notification, and to also add a comment, because your comment really validates my effort. And guys, anyone wants to connect with me for a reading, I have shared my email address, I have shared my WhatsApp details in the description of this video. You can connect with me on that. So that's it for today. Thanks a lot for your time, and you have a great evening.